full of collectibles and one of a kind. It's the Antique Hotel, established in 1983 in Big Pine, California. It's a unique place filled with all types of antiquities, from cars and roadsters of days begone to farm equipment which stretches back even farther back in time. Sally and Jack Rendell have been in the antique business for 25 years, and now that they're formally retired, they've learned to really enjoy their hobby turned into a business. If you're looking for a windmill, shop no further. Jack even has the 1918 Monitor windmill. It's vaneless, wind driven from the rear as opposed to the front. They've got wagons as well, from 1890 to 1910 vintage. They also have vehicles, of course, as does any quality antique store. Here we have a 1914 Model T depot hack, which was used around railroads to help people carry their bags to the train. You'll notice it's a Ford, and since they didn't have batteries in those days, had a hand crank to start the remarkably huge engine.
20 horsepower.
20 horsepower. Back when quality was a must. Here we have a 1924 Ford Model T. Wooden spokes on the wheels completes the ensemble. Jack assures me he goes to coffee each and every morning in this vehicle, gets his errands done as well. This 1931 Model A, however, is the vehicle of choice for going to church.
Howdy, how you doing, young fella?
Good. You Jack?
Yes, I am.
I've heard a lot about
Nice to meet
you.
you.
Glad to meet you. You've got some serious items around here.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun.
And the word has it you do all the restoration yourself?
All of it, yes.
Most of the things need some work, huh?
Yes. Everything needs work nowadays when you buy it. You can't hardly buy stuff you can put on the floor.
Right.
So phonographs, radios, windmills, cars, farm equipment, we have to repair it all. Any furniture we get, we have to restore that too before we can sell it. Or we sell it to someone who wishes to restore things.
I noticed you've got a couple of mining items. What's this?
That's a donkey pull ore car used in mining ore.
Okay.
And in a small tunnel.
Okay, so what do we got here?
That's a dry sluice
for the miners out there.
Miners, where there's no water available, then they put their dirt and items in there, and they run the bellows and dry it down, and then they withdraw that little sluice ramp, and they pour that into their container that they're going to take down to where the water is, so they can pan the gold out.
There we got a pan, and we got a scale. Anybody wants to mine out there, come on down to the Antique Hotel. Jack will set you up. So Jack, what's the oldest item you've got in the store?
I think it's this Coffin Warren pump organ.
Pump organ?
We're the third owner. It was owned by a lady it was given to her as a wedding gift on their first wedding anniversary. And then another lady, after they died, they were married almost 90, they lived almost 100 years. And then it was passed on to me from a second owner.
What year is it?
1887, Clough and Warren. And it's so marked by the paper on the back of it. It still plays. Give you a little taste of it.
I noticed you've got a lot of old record players, but they weren't called that back then, were they?
No, we normally refer to them as, they're often referred to as Victrolas.
Victrolas?
Yeah, that came from the Victor name, but that's what they're normally referred to. These are two Columbias introduced about 1916, to the market. There's one over here. They're all working, by the way, and guaranteed for a year. And this is a Victor D, made by the Victor Company, the Victor talking machine, introduced in 1906. It's a very sought-after machine. It's a Victrola number D.
And it works?
Oh yes, they all work. All of the Victrolas in here, and phonographs and radios and things working. These are very sought after, and they're very expensive, by the way. Let's go from the ones with the outside horn machine go now from $1,500 to $3,000, $5,000, $12,000 now.
I wonder if our boom boxes will be worth that much in 100 years.
If they're still around, maybe, huh?
Maybe. Jack, it looks like you have a lot of railroad items.
Yes, we do. These are old, they call them helmets, that were on the locomotives. They're electric, but they were still on the steam locomotives. There's two of them there. And these are the lanterns that the train guys carried around. There's 3 or 4 of those. Some from the thing that makes them pretty nice are that they have the embossed glass and the glasses with them. So, and then also have a nice caboose lamp right there.
The caboose lamp?
Yes, that hung on the back of the caboose. Okay, this is a old treadle sewing machine, probably about 1920. It's got a gorgeous head. I've restored the whole thing, gone through it. It works beautifully. Even has a new belt, and the people have now purchased it. I close these drawers. You see it has 3 beautiful drawers on the side, and then it has some real nice appliques on the panels of the drawers. Then this folds down, and there's a top comes over, and I'm just now finishing up the top. But the people bought it before I even got it finished, so there it is.
Good job.
Thank you. Morning Glory horn. That's a very nice condition horn, actually. Kind of scratched, but that's the way it is nowadays.
Played cylinders instead of records.
That's correct.
Nowadays they have 12-inch woofers.
Yes.
Okay, Jack, as we're moving from cylinders to records, I noticed you've got some old ones. Got any information on this?
Yeah, some of these are all 78 records, and these are when the records came with the little record players for children that they got at Christmas time and for birthdays and things like that. That's what children used to play with them those kind of days. And those are very collectible, those records with the pictures on them.
Yeah, I haven't seen them before. So, how do you go about finding all these things?
Well, we have several sources. One, we go to estate sales. 2, people bring things to us. 3, we go out scouting in the western states. And 4, which is, we've developed over the last 25 years, a lot of pickers, they call them. That's people that pick things all over the United States, not especially for you, but perhaps for you. They know what you sell and what you'd like to have. And then they come by and peddle their wares to us. And the only thing about that is that most of them are in a cash mode, so you have to build a fast inventory. You don't have a chance to put it on a credit card or payment plan.
Here we have a patent for an electric lamp, Edison, 1880. Just what I needed. Now, getting back to restoration, how do you, what's the story with that?
Well, I'll tell you one story is when I made a buy and I bought 53 clocks from a lady in Bishop, and that forced me into learning how to fix clocks. So I had to do that for myself, and that was a learning process. So I restored all the clocks, but now I don't do that anymore. I try to get someone else to help me do that. But that, you couldn't pay a guy to do all 50 clocks. So that's how I learned to do clocks.
Hands-on.
Yes, you're right.
So Jack, you've been in the business 25 years. Are you still enjoying it?
You bet. In fact, every day gets more and more interesting because I get more and more diversification and learn about more and more things. I guess a classic example, it wasn't too long ago when we moved here, I got my first windmill, and of course I had to learn how to repair it. And from that point forward, then I've been repairing windmills and selling windmills. That's just one case. Before that, we were doing phonographs and radios and restoring furniture and things like that. But this is a new little twist to things, and now I've had a few Model T Fords I've fixed up and having fun with those. So it never ends.
It's just one adventure after another.
Yes, it is. It's just beautiful.
And you'll love to get up each and every day.
Get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and enjoy every minute of it.
And of course, once you've found all the items of nostalgia you've just got to have, Jack will be glad to ring you up on the 1904 National Cash Register. Well, here's to you, Jack. Thanks a lot for the tour.
Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. Anytime. See ya.
Reporting for Channel 12 News, this is Chuck Spresser with the Business Beat.